Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Alabea.live. I'm Steve Burns, and with me is our CEO, Mr. Sam Castor, and our very special guest, Dr. Santiago Rodriguez, who even his peers say is the leading expert in the world on Aloe Vera barbadensis millet. And he has been working with that plant for over 30 years, I guess. Yeah. More than he cares to admit.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah, and so he is the person responsible for the extraction process and stabilization of the ace mannan used by Aloe Vera that we call Aloe Vera AE. AE standing for ace mannan extract. But we have a lot of people saying, "Hey, for me, it also means add extra." So it's
Add to everything.
Add to everything. Yeah. And, so here we are, and we have some questions. We have questions that you all have been asking. We have this great product, Aloe Vera AE, released as its own standalone product. It's the bulk. It's the foundation of everything that we put into our products. So we get a lot of people asking, how necessary is this in immune? Is the sunflower lecithin? Why didn't you put that in the AE? And so, Dr. Rodriguez, why don't you explain a little bit about why ace mannan itself is so important, and then also why using it with other ingredients also helps.
Hello to everybody. And so I want to say the basic active ingredient in the products is the ace mannan AE, which is a very powerful immune modulator. There's been some people that say, well, why is that important? Well, I mean, just imagine what will happen if our immune system all of a sudden shuts down, right? So you will get all sorts of problems. Ace mannan AE helps keep the immune system working in an optimal way, right? So it's not a magical drug or anything. It just helps our body do what it's supposed to do in a better and more optimal way. Now, can it work on its own? The short answer to that is yes. Of course, it can work on its own. But are there any other things that you could add to make it work better or to help with other functions? Synergistic, right? Two things working together works in a better fashion. So the answer to that question is yes, as well.
Yeah, so we put it in all of our formulations. It's in the immune, which people have been using for years. The sunflower lecithin has phosphatidylcholine. It's got these phospholipids in it that help with brain health and other things. Does that mean you have to have that for ace mannan to work? Absolutely not. So I want to make that clear. The AE is a standalone product. It works great. Am I going to take sunflower lecithin along with that? Sure. But if somebody is dealing with pill fatigue or they need to make sure they have that extra amount, that's what AE is. Some people want to be able to mix it into water and different liquids. And Sam, you had questions asked to you about the fact that it dissolves in water, how it dissolves in liquids.
Yeah, one of the issues that came up with solubility, I remember Santiago, the first generation technology we had years ago was alcohol precipitated.
Right.
And it lost its solubility. I mean, you couldn't make that stuff
blend in anything. As a matter of fact, the reason why it could be isolated by alcohol precipitation is because it precipitated, meaning it became insoluble. And that's why it was able to be isolated.
So when you developed this new technology, it did not use alcohol, so you kept the ace mannan insoluble. And I think some of the confusion comes, well, if it's soluble, it ought to just 100% dissolve in anything you put it in. Cold water, hot water, whatever. And it really doesn't necessarily work that way.
Well, let me make a little addition to that.
Okay.
I think the real confusion is between solubility and speed of solubility.
Okay.
Right? So if something is soluble, it will dissolve.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that it's going to dissolve immediately or instant, like instant coffee, for example, right? I mean, there are processes during the drying that we could do if the aim was to make a product that was instantly soluble.
Mm-hmm.
And the ACE-Manam AE, the new AE, is now designed to be instantly soluble. But it is soluble, meaning if you allow enough time for it to go into solution, it will go into solution in a more concentration that is needed for it to be efficacious. So it's definitely going to be soluble in the liquid, not in every liquid. So if somebody's listening, he's trying to do it in tequila, it will not work, okay? Because it's not soluble in alcohol. That's why we precipitate it with that. But if it is aqueous, right, it will dissolve, no problem. The other thing that I think is a little bit confusing is what happens if it doesn't dissolve completely immediately? What happens if we have a little bit of floating particles in there? Or imagine instead of using water, you use a yogurt or some, pasty solution like that, right? Well, what is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. It's going to go into you when you swallow it, and once it is inside the body, it will do its thing. So it's nothing that will affect its activity at all. If you still see a little bit of particles floating there, if you just swallow it, what is going to happen? No problem. Nothing is going to.
So I'm a little bothered by how you know it doesn't dissolve in tequila.
Huh? No, I haven't tried it. Hey, we are in Mexico.
Yeah. We can experiment.
We
while
will
we're
do
down
that
here.
experiment.
Yeah, we're out of the U.S. But so your recommendation is, and so Sam and I have been going to these different trade shows where you've had your booth year after year. We've always drank the Ace Man in water. It's amazing. But what we did not know was half an hour before it opened, you all poured the Ace Man and sprinkled it on top. That's important for everybody to know. The AE, you sprinkle it on top and let it sit for 20 minutes maybe?
You let it get wet, right? You let it. The technical term for that is you let it wet, right? So you sprinkle it on the surface and you let it sink. You let the water get to it slowly, right? Also remember this: we have a high molecular weight polysaccharide in the Ace panel. So when you have a blob of powder on the water and you mix it immediately with a spoon, what is going to happen is the water will coat the outer surface of that little ball of powder, and it's going to, that in the surface is going to start dissolving very quickly, but it's too concentrated. So it's going to form a gel, right, on the surface. And then that gel is going to kind of seal the rest of the particles, and we will have the dry powder inside. And some people call this fish eyes because it's going to look like those when these are floaters around. And then to break that, it's going to be relatively hard. Again, if you drink it like it, what is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. It will still work. But if you like to see it, in solution, nice and clear and everything dispersed and all that, then just sprinkle it on top, let it sit, and then shake it, and you will have a much better result. Yeah. And if you are a little bit impatient and you don't have the time, then put it in the blender with water and turn it on, and they will go like that.
Yeah, it's smooth. We've noticed in smoothie bakes, things like that, things that have emulsifying properties, typically, it dissolves very quickly. But in the case of maybe somebody's giving it to their children, and the children are texture sensitive or something like that, they need to be able to be patient and
just let it go slowly.
Perfect. Yeah. That is a great question.
Yeah, and again, the bottom line to all of this is regardless of whether it's still a little bit in that gel ball or it's completely dissolved, it works exactly the same in your gut. Okay? So it's really more for the appearance, and some people just want it to be 100% soluble, so just take your time. Yeah. Anyway, those are some of the things that have come up just over the last couple of weeks since we've launched AE. I will tell you this, the response has been overwhelming. We actually sold out Friday, but we delivered thousands of more bottles today. So
no glitch in shipping. Don't anybody panic.
Yeah.
But we didn't even anticipate, quite honestly. I mean, Sam thought even more than me that this was going to be huge because we understand how many people are waiting for it. How many people want to add it to everything? They want to add extra because we've been hearing that for years. But it was about finding a jar that has a sealing lid that really seals it And you've got to make sure you keep that lid on tight too. So we're going to work on maybe a video that will be a tutorial on how to use the AE more efficiently. Make sure that maybe put something in the packages, making sure you seal that thing tight so moisture doesn't get in there. And then what the other question we had was, what about the inner seal? Why didn't an inner seal get put on there? Well, we discovered during the packaging process that if we put an inner seal on, you peel that seal off, it always leaves a little bit of residue around the rim of the jar. Then that styrofoam lid, that the special jar lid that has the styrofoam in it, would not seal it airtight. So during packaging, we said, okay, let's not do that. The next band, or the next group are going to have the neck bands around it, so we will have the outer seal. But again, everything is coming directly from Alabama, from our warehouse, from our shipping. The product is safe. It's good to consume. We've been getting, like Sam said, very good feedback on it. And we're excited. We're excited about what this is doing out there in the marketplace. And some of the testimonials we're getting, finally able to get my kids to drink it in a smoothie.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff is great.
A lot of moms contacted me and said, we no longer have to break the pill and thump it, try to get every little bit out of that capsule. You don't want to leave anything in there. This just makes it a lot easier. So, for me, I still take the capsules because it's just so much more convenient for me.
And actually, I would say the lecithin is a pretty fantastic ingredient on its own. So I would suggest, if you have the capsules, take some of the capsules as well, because that ingredient is pretty good for brain health. I take it.
And again, AE is an ingredient, and a lot of people want that raw ingredient. Immune is a formulation. So just understand, just like, look at Immune as just a higher amount of ACE man, and then Fix, Fuel, Focus, Revive, all of our other great products that we have in our line. And so people have asked me, well, why does it dissolve so quickly with Fix, Fuel, Focus, etc.? Well, first of all, it's a much smaller amount in there per serving. The ACE man is in there to improve the functionality of the product, not vice versa. So there's a smaller amount. It's when you dump 400 milligrams in a scoop on a glass of water, yes, it is going to take a little while.
And remember the mechanism, right? You have this ball of powder forming the gel outside. If you have a blend where the powder is whatever percent different than 100, there's other stuff around that is not a high molecular weight polysaccharide that is not going to form that gel. So the probability that you form that ball of gel is very small, and that's why it dissolves faster when it's a blend.
Okay, so
Last question
go ahead.
that comes is, you going to be able to keep up with our demand?
Keep it coming. I don't know what you're thinking. No problem.
Put some pressure on you. Huh?
Yes, sir. We like that. That's the kind of product we like.
That's life pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shifting away from science for a minute. Today you've got to go to the first center where there are girls who are compromised, who have been taken in by this orphanage type of scenario. It's hard to explain, but they are on the Mighty Milk. They're doing well with the products. They're taking Ace Mannin on a daily basis. What was that like for you to get to interact with those girls?
It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. I'm very, very impressed. And, first of all, the sense of gratitude that they have is pretty moving. And so I feel, we're doing something good with our lives, to be honest with you. And I mean, they see the potential that they have. And I was just imagining, to maybe meet, even if it is only one of them, a few years from now, that becomes, a doctor or a lawyer or a basketball player. There was someone that say, I want to be a basketball player, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, or a computer artist, graphic artist, whatever. I mean, you have the possibility of influence that, and it's just fantastic. It was great.
Yeah, and so for all these years, you've been hearing about this vision that Sam and his wife Linda have had to make an impact in the lives of the children. And when you get to see it, it changes something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
And we have many people on here now who have seen that and witnessed it firsthand. It is changing. And Sam, what does it mean for you? I mean, there's a banner of you hanging in the Fox Library because of your contributions to all these children.
Well, I mean, it's our destiny. It's what we feel that we've been called to do. And I mean, we love it. We've been doing it since 1997. That's the first year we provided ACE Manna to children in need, and it's never changed. I mean, we just can never donate enough. That's the problem. Which brings us to
You can never donate enough. So through some generous sponsors, we have an opportunity to do a double donation drive. So I'm going to bring our friend Christy McGuyan in because she wasn't ready. And I think
I'm going to give you a seat to
Okay.
because
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. And we'll have him on again in the future at some point.
I'll be around in case anybody has any questions.
okay.
Hello,
Hello, Christy
Hey,
McGuyan.
First time in Mexico with us.
with you,
With
yes,
us.
not percent in
Yeah,
Mexico, but
right.
with us.
Yeah.
It's a great day, and it's getting ready to get a whole lot more exciting for a whole lot of people. You know, I was just listening to Dr. Rodriguez say that he heard some of the kids say, I want to be, I want to be. And, you know, we talked about with the Joseph Company of Provision that we ask people their dreams. You know, tell me your dream, tell me your dream. And so we get to not only have the opportunity to support and nourish children to step into their dreams, but a whole lot of other people as well too. So I know you were getting ready to tell a little exciting news right now.
Well, I brought you in to tell
To
me
do it?
exciting.
I get to do it? Okay. Well, you guys know that we are 38 days until Inspire, and the momentum is tangible in Elevea. And we're seeing rank advancements, team builder bonuses. We're seeing a ripple grow at exponential rates. But like Steve said, we just wanted to do something a little bigger with the double donation drive. In fact, you know, as we talked about it and we looked at, you know, what were some of the things we've done when we've had some exciting announcements in the past? What are our numbers usually look like at a certain set period of time? We also set a goal. And so here's what's going to happen. Starting on Thursday, so you have plenty of time to plan, to contact your customers, to reach out to your social business partners, to want to make it Thursday. So Thursday at 7:30 Central, all the way until Monday night at 11:59 p.m. Not only are we going to have our double donation drive, but we thought, what's the best way to drive those donations? It's to give everyone a discount. And so, isn't that amazing?
It's like almost like a Black Friday type thing, right?
Almost like it is, yeah.
Better, because it's got double donation.
Exactly. And, you know, when we looked at the Black Friday numbers and we looked at how many servings were generated just during Black Friday, that wasn't even double donation.
I know.
And so we have a goal, you guys. We have a goal for 1 million. This is the March to 1 million servings. And it also sets up not only a March to 1 million servings, but really for us to be on track to what we talked about at the beginning of the year for 100 million by the end of the year. So,
But wait a minute. Black Friday, we gave like a 15% off site-wide discount.
full site,
15%.
15% off, 15% off. And of course, you guys know, yeah. You guys know how to work with that to also take advantage of the tiered discounts. But here's the thing, you guys. Yes, of course, stock up on what you love. Try things you haven't tried before. I mean, let's come up with some more flavor combinations and things that we make, right? But more than anything, use this as an opportunity. We've been talking so much about that your ripple represents all the children we nourish, but it also represents those of your family, your friends, your neighborhood, your community, the people you have influence over that you're nourishing as well too. Guys, the nourishment matters for everyone, but right now, yes, iPhone.
15%, to be clear.
15%,
15% off site-wide.
the whole site.
Want to give them a code?
Yes. You are we doing that
Good.
tonight, or are we waiting until Thursday?
Give it so they can get it out to people before Thursday.
Drive 15.
Drive 15.
Drive 15.
Drive 15. Driving 15 to 1 million servings from Thursday night until Monday. You guys can do it. And we know that it's making a difference everywhere as you guys engage and focus and really help people make decisions that will forever change their life. And so I want to encourage you guys, ask that question, even like Dr. Rodriguez said, what do you want to be? Ask yourself that question, because this is an opportunity for you to be the difference maker, the world changer, and to also grow your business that impacts those other dreams that you have inside of you as well too. So Sam, thank you for always leading with your dream. Thank you, Steve, for always making sure we have incredible products to move it forward and make it happen. Now it's your job. Now it's your job.
Thursday night.
And join us Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You're going to hear from two powerful women with Linda Castor and Mrs. Fox. And it's going to be really exciting for you to also be able to share that either live or when you get the replay with customers and other people that you really want to catch the vision of what it is that we're doing here in Alabama.
Well, and Christy also, so at 7:30 is when that will be turned on. I saw that pop up on the screen. But also, there are people still competing for the Inspire rooms, for the houses. Yeah, and so you've got some time in there to get that accomplished as well. I'm excited for this.
So the leaderboard could really change.
The leaderboard can change.
Lots of things happening over this next 2 weeks. Lots of things happening. So definitely all of you are still in the running. Get your name on that leaderboard list, and lots of people that you can go in and check and celebrate with those houses coming up as well too. Shout out to a lot of people that are working really, really hard, and it's making a difference in your business too. Can you imagine all the, it's like so exciting, all the rank advancements that are happening, and we have more people, Steve, coming to Inspire than we've ever had so far.
It's incredible. The registration far exceeds. They're looking to get 250 for America 250.
Yep.
So, Dave Osborne wants it to be Branson 250 as well. So, just a little bit different meaning. So we've got to do what we can to get people there. And here's the other thing, and this is important to me, and I know it's very important to Sam, is we're going to be celebrating a magnificent human being, his 90th trip around the sun. So Sam, you want to touch on that?
Yeah, Dr. Reg McDaniel will be there. If you haven't gotten your tickets, come. We're not going to celebrate too many more Reg McDaniel birthdays. 90. Sharp as a tack, excited to be coming. And, if you were at Impact, you got a chance to see Reg. This is going to be special. We're just thrilled to be able to honor him in this way. He's singly one of the most important pioneers of this whole technology, from what he did from a clinical standpoint with Carrington Labs, then with my previous company, and he worked several years with Mana Relief. And now he's got acemanandfacts.com. He loves what he's doing, and we love to have him. It's going to be fun.
Get your picture with Dr. Reg. He's going to schlep some books there, knowing him, and you'll get a chance to get an autographed book by him. And that alone, and I mean this in all sincerity, that alone is worth going and seeing what we've got going in the Hope Movement at Inspire. So make sure you get out there.
You have a short sleeve on, but you have a long sleeve on, and these guys have some things up their sleeves. So I just want to tell you guys that it just keeps getting more exciting. The momentum that's happening and the reasons you're going to want to be Inspire. Be a part of 250. Fill up that space with us. And we have a little Facebook page that we just started for everybody registered to Inspire or for Inspire. So make sure you get added to that, because we're going to do some equipping. You're going to get some extra information there, and we're going to make sure that you're ready, building into Inspire to bring your team home to Branson and move Inspire.
Well, Dr. Reg has some stories, some colorful stories on Sam and I. So
That's right.
See if you can find one of those.
So we will see you Thursday night. Don't miss it.
Thursday night.
It's going to
Don't
be a lot
miss
of
it.
fun.
Load it up.
Kick off. The
God bless
drive.
you all.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Start saying double donation drive starts Thursday night.
Drive 15 is the coupon. Start sharing with your customers tonight. God bless you all. Thanks, Christy, for joining us. And thank you to Dr. Rodriguez for joining us as well. As always, Sam, thank
See
you.